All right. Well, hi,
Interesting.
everybody. My name is Lindy Westling, and I have been a Forever Ambassador for 10 years now, I guess.
Oh,
And I have used the digital platform for um, Artisan. I used it when I was a Creative Memories ambassador or advisor, and way back in the day when it was storybook creator. So I have used it all along through many iterations of the program. And I am not by any stretch of the imagination an expert at it. I learn something new every time I do an offering that Pixels to Pages puts out there. And a lot of times I need that refresher, like all of us. Oh, gee, I know we did that at one point, but I don't remember how we got there. And so being able to go over those things multiple times definitely helps us continue to grow and to continue to create lovely pages for our families. Um, so we're going to set up some albums. We're going to set up some um, albums within Artisan. We're going to learn a lot about, and this part is mostly the real basic things. How to upload a blueprint, how to start a project, how to download photos, how to look at your content, what kits you have available, and even go in and try to buy a kit if you don't know how to do that at this point. I think basically the majority of the people in this group are people who have used Artisan in the past, maybe not recently, but have used Artisan at some point in time um, with it. And so you probably know all of these things, but one of the reasons that we're doing this is I had several people say that they wanted some extra time using Artisan. And the Pixels to Pages is having their big birthday bash in April. And usually they start March, the beginning of March, with their training that they do. And their training is a little different than what we're going to do. But one of the things that they ask you to do is to look at and go through the um, um, the Getting Started guide. And if you haven't downloaded the Getting Started guide, I did put it in the chat, the link for it in the chat. So you can print it out if you want to, but if you print it out, the links, obviously there are links in it, so you'd have to still use the online guide to use the hyperlinks. So that is there for you um, to use, and I suggest that you store it on your desktop screen for easy access. So don't just download it and then keep it in your downloads. I mean, you can, but if you have to go through a whole bunch of screens to find it, then that makes it a little more cumbersome, I think. So being able to have it a little closer to the top of the pile is, I think, going to be helpful for everybody. There are many reasons to belong to Pixels to Pages, and I'm encouraging everybody. I know you guys are all Pixels to Pages members, and I assume, and I'm encouraging anybody who isn't a Pixels to Pages member to become one, at least for the duration of this class, so that you can upload the blueprints that they offer us, and you can participate in the productivity challenge with us and just do some other things that go along with Pixels to Pages, because they are the training section of this of Forever. And so being able to access them, ask them questions is a lovely thing to be able to do. And to join some of the Facebook groups. There's Forever Pixels to Pages. What is it called, actually? I can't think. Um, oh, okay, so it's called Forever Pixels to Pages Community. So that's one. And then there's Good to Know, which is another one. And then I think there's one that's called something about Artisan, I think. But I don't see it on my list here right now. But anyway, so there are several groups that you can, let's see if I can find it here quickly. There's one called Artisan Lovers Unite. And there's another one called what is it? Fans of Forever Artisan. So there are a lot of groups that you can go to be able to ask questions. So if you can't get a hold of me, either by text or Facebook Messenger or email, and I can give everybody my email. That's one thing I would really like from everybody, if I don't have your email address, is to get that from you, because there may come a time when I'm not able to be here, and I don't want you sitting here going, where the heck is she? If something were to come up. My mother is 90, almost 96, and we have a trip to Florida planned for March. And so anytime anything could happen. So that way, if something happens for my schedule, I can at least email you and say, something has happened and I can't be there. And I have two granddaughters who live here, and sometimes their lives intersect with mine, and they want me to be there for some reason. I don't know, but they still like having us around, I guess, and involved in what they're doing. There's also, if you go to the Forever, if you go to your person, on your in your Forever account, and you click down on Pixels to Pages, there's also a thing that you can utilize, and it's called, where did it go? It's called Maximize Your Membership. And there are several, I want to say there are an hour long or a little more than an hour long videos that you can look at. And they talk about the different parts of Pixels to Pages that some of us don't utilize. Now, so the first one, it looks like, so they've started some of these already. Oh, well, I guess they haven't. These are 24. So, but there's one for crops and virtual parties. So Pixels to Pages holds 4 crops a year. One in January, then the big one in April, and then one in July and one in October. So they talk about how to get ready for that kind of a thing and what what the benefits are of going to a virtual crop. Now, their three little crops are free to everybody in Pixels to Pages. The big one in April is a paid event because it's a longer event and they um, give us so much more free product with it. And it's a themed thing. So this year's theme is um, something racing 500. So it's about the um, car racing things. And so then there's another one on blueprints and another one on the bright ideas, which is something that Forever offers. Another one on using a video. They teach you things through the video. And they also have tips. So they try to teach us different things using several modalities so that if you're really somebody who needs to listen, then do the video, that kind of thing. Then there's also something about digital art and the big, and then there are other P2P events that go on in smaller groups. So as you go through the rabbit message that we get on the first of the month, you get information on regional kinds of things that they do for crops. So you might be able to get into a virtual crop with a group that's in Texas. You might be able to get into one that's meeting in Florida, but it's virtual. There aren't too many that are only in-person crops anymore. So they're all either a mixture of people doing in-person or virtual or just virtual. So there's all of those things in Maximize Your Membership. So those are all things that are really really good to look at, and we may touch on them some more as we go along. And let me get back to my starting guide page there. So, any questions so far? Yes, Linda, you're on mute. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So you will show us I mean, I am so basic. I'm sorry, everybody, if you're a little ahead of me, but will you show me where to save these blueprints that we find and where to save the artwork,
Yep,
those kind of things?
yep, you bet.
Okay.
Now you have artwork already in your artisan pile, right?
Which
So
I did
yeah,
not even realize until I started going through the getting started guide. Oh, I
yes.
thought I've been looking for these, you know? So,
Yep,
yeah,
yep. All right, perfect,
thank you.
perfect. Yes, we will go over all of those things and tell me if I'm going too fast, if I'm going too slow. Tell me if I need to say it a different way, that kind of thing, so that I don't lose you, because that's definitely not what I want to do. So, all right. So nobody else has questions. We're all good. Okay. All right. So then let's go ahead and get started. Oops, oh, that's not nice. All right, let me move that over there then. It says I can't minimize you guys because I'm recording. So now I have to share the page.
Uh,
Huh. All right. I think that's it.
oh,
Okay, so can you guys see my screen?
yes.
Yes? Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is your artisan welcome screen. And on your welcome screen, you have several things that you need to know. Over at the top left of your screen, it has Manage Content. And that's where you will see all of your kits that you have in your account or in your Artisan. Now, I store all of my kits on an EHD, an external hard drive, because most of our computers are not, they don't have enough memory in them to house my stupid number of 4,324 kits. Yeah, so
That's
I keep,
awesome.
there are a lot of kits that I don't own, but you wouldn't know it by that number. But I store everything in the external hard drive so that I don't overwhelm the computer. The nice thing about being able to keep your things, your kits in your computer is then that way you don't have as much to cart around with you when you go to an in-person crop or you go to somebody's house to work on something together. So I always have to carry my external hard drive, my computer, and all of that with me because if I didn't, I'd have nothing to work with. So that's where you can see what all of the kits are that you own. So let's go back. Oops, not that far. Come on. Come on. It's being a little slow today. There we go. All right, I just lost you guys in the ether. There you are. Okay. So on here you have, we'll go back to the welcome screen here. So that's manage content. And we'll talk about what else you can do in the manage content area. With tagging things and organizing them into categories and being able to find things a little bit more easily as you want to use them. The next button is Buy Content. You can click on that and you guys can't see it because it's on my other screen. But if you click on Buy Content, it leads you to the Forever Digital Art Store and you can purchase kits there. The next part is your import content. And this is what I use, even though you don't have to. But I still have problems with the next thing that I'll tell you about. When I download my kits into my downloads folder, then I use this to go to my downloads folder and look for those things. Oh, I must have cleared it out. Anyway, when I go looking for the various kits that I've purchased, then I can click on them and then upload them into Forever right away. So that's what the import content is. And then training and inspiration is going to the Pixels to Pages web page or page where you can see all of the offerings that they have for you within the training part. So that's those 4 buttons at the top. Okay. In order to create a new project, so do you guys have any questions at this point? No? Okay. All right. So along the right-hand side of your page, you have create a new project, which is where most of us are going to start out. So to create a new project, I'd like you to create a project that says Learning Artisan or something like that. So you click on create a new project, and then it'll come up with the options of things that you can create with Artisan eventually. There we go. And I always start with some kind of a book. It doesn't really, I always start with a 12 by 12, and I do hardcover. It doesn't matter really if you do hardcover or soft cover. But I usually start with 12 by 12 just because the blueprints are typically 12 by 12s. You could also do an 8.5 by 11 because they do offer in the blueprint download every month, they do give you 11-inch blueprints that you can use. So you could do the 11 by 8.5 hardcover or soft cover book. But I always do a book, even though they allow you to just do a page print if that's all you want is one page. You can do that page print from, and it's only one page. You'd get just one page to play with. With the book, you have a whole bunch you have 21 pages that you can play with at the least. And you can keep on working on things and not have to have all of these new projects coming in all the time if you just do it one by one. So I always suggest to people that you do a book because you never know whether you're going to want to put those page prints into a book sometime, and then it becomes a little bit more cumbersome to do that. So I always start with a 12 by 12, and I just do hardcovers because I like them better than the soft covers. And then I go to next. And then in my account anyway, I have a lot of options because I've purchased a lot of different designed book art. But typically I start out with blank. I just do a blank book, and then I can always import other templates or other blueprints that I want to use from any of these other kits that I have. I can import that page into a blank book. So, like I say, I just always start blank. That doesn't mean that you have to think from a blank page, but it just gives you that starting point. So then I go to next. I very rarely add photos at this point in the process, unless I know for sure that maybe I'm doing an album of Italy or France or something, and I'm going to upload just those pictures, but then you upload all of them, and then you have this big mess of pictures that you really haven't organized in a way. So I really rarely upload photos ahead of time before I start looking at the blueprints that I want to use and what my timing is going to be in my book, whether I'm going to do every day or how I'm going to set up the book. So I don't typically do photos. Here's where you're going to name your project. And you can name it as big as you want to or as simple as you want to. So I'm just going to name it Learning Artisan. And then it will be stored. You see the line underneath there, it says this project will be created on your C drive under users, Lindsay, documents, artisan blueprints, or artisan projects and learning artisan. So it gives you that link so that if for some reason you can't see it on your bottom scroll, you can always find it in on your C drive. But it's nice to be able to know where your projects are going to be stored. And if you want to store it on your EHD, then you're going to choose a different location. So you might store it on your F drive or your D drive or something like that. But I just keep my projects on my computer so that they come up every time I want to find them. And then I create. Any questions so far? Am I going at a good speed, or are you guys scrambling to stay up?
Where did you see create?
Oh,
Was it on there?
it should have been, I think it's up on the right-hand side at the top.
Okay.
So now you should have your artisan screen open. And there's lots to talk about on the artisan screen, but it's really easy to start a new project. Okay. So across the top are your what they call the ribbons. So file just gets you back to where you're going to save some things. You can send it to forever to be printed. You can share it with somebody that you want either advice from or share it with your family members, that kind of thing. So that for what we're doing, that part of the ribbon is probably not that important at this point. The next part is the home screen, which is where we are right now. And if you wanted to if you wanted to have another album open, you would just go to welcome. And if you had other things that you were working on, like I do, you would just click on that item and it would come in so that you could work on a couple of different things at the same time or around the same time, not exactly at the same time. Okay, so then, and within the home ribbon, you can add a page, recover a page, finalize a project you don't do until really the project is over. It's where they compress the photos in there so that you're not using up a lot of space or as much space. There's auto fix, template, and coordinate, which is kind of an interesting thing because you can, if you have certain colors on your page and you want to see what other color combinations look like, you can click coordinate and it'll show you some different options of colors that fit some of the colors on in your photos and such. And then background is where you want to change the background of your page. So what I usually do, and it may be silly, but I usually start with a template. Add a page is also where you add templates, but or if you know you want to use a bunch of different templates, you can click on each of them, and add a page will allow you to put in more pages than just one. Template is only one page at a time.
Mm.
Add a page can be more pages, but they add them in at the very end of your book or what your project is. And so then if it's supposed to be the first page of your book, you have to click and drag it to the top of your list. So at least to start out with, I start with the first page as a template. There are two places that you can get templates from. And we can upload, all of you have access to at least the February blueprints, right? And even if you have uploaded your blueprints into another piece that you're working on, we can upload those. But I need to go back because Linda is giving me the signal that says she doesn't know where the blueprint stuff is, right?
Right.
All right. So we'll let me go back to your Pixels to Pages page, Linda. And everybody can do this too if you want the extra practice. Go
Okay.
to your Pixels to Pages page.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, the top of the page has a scrolling cylinder thing, right?
Marquee going across. Yep.
Yep. So underneath that is news,
Mm-hmm.
which is the rabbit, which gives you a lot of information about what's going on in the month for Pixels to Pages. Next to that is a bright idea. That's today's bright idea that they put out. But underneath that to the left is blueprints.
Got it.
So you're going to want to click on on that and then come down to kind of the middle of the page where it says download blueprints.
Okay.
Okay. Click on download blueprints and
Mm-hmm.
that'll load it into your C drive on your computer.
Yeah.
One of the things while it's downloading, one of the things that you might want to do if you haven't already done it is go to your downloads folder on your C drive and
Mm-hmm.
create an album or a folder that says P2P blueprints. And then that way you can always go to P2P blueprints for your template download. Okay.
Got it.
All right. I have mine set up as 11, the 11 by 8.5. I have a folder for the 11 by 8.5s, a folder for the 12 by 12s, and then we have three blueprints that are for the SLFs. My brain just went. The special lay flat
Oh,
ones that are one whole big blueprint. So I have mine broken down into those three, and that just means that um, I have to be careful where I put my blueprints. So let's see here, the seamless lay flat. Okay. So when it gets uploaded or downloaded, and you're going to get ready to move those that you want. So you can move the whole kit and caboodle into the blueprint
mm-hmm.
folder if you want to. I separate out the others because I typically only use 12 by 12s. And I don't want, and knowing me, I would be in a hurry at some point and I would try to pull in the wrong size blueprint. So if I know that I'm always going to the 12-inch ones, then I know that it's going to fit my page. Okay.
Okay.
So that's why I separate things out that way. So when you are done um, with the download,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to, let me see, I guess mine isn't quite done yet. Oh, okay, it is. All right, so you're going to go to that in your downloads, and you're going to, at least on my computer, I'm going to click on that folder, and I'm going to, because it's zipped, it's a zip file, you're going to extract all of it. Okay, so that's going to extract. Are you there with me, Linda?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, and so when you
Now I
look
see them all.
at the blueprints, then in that folder that you've extracted, you're going to see that they say um, P2P or underscore 12 underscore blah blah blah. Okay, so the
Yeah.
12 at the very beginning of the blueprint tells you the size. So that's a 12 by 12. And then if you look further down the list, you'll see P2P underscore 11s. Those are the
Mm-hmm.
11-inch ones.
Okay.
Okay. There are some that are double page spreads, and I separate those out also into a different folder. Um, so you've got a right hand side and a left hand side that I personally try to keep together, and they are named in a way that keeps them together in your file. So I always just click on all the 12s and drag them to my blueprint area for the 12-inch ones. And then I do the and then I do the 11s, and then I do these seamless lay flats and the double page spreads. So I keep them in separate folders. Any questions, you guys, about any of that? Did I go too fast?
Hmm.
Okay.
I might have gotten lost.
You're
I need to
lost?
just keep looking at this. Yeah. I was clicking on some wrong things at first. So I'm a little, oh wait, I see this now. The download blueprint checklist.
Yep. Oh, that's the checklist so that you can, if you want to, you can start a notebook on all the blueprints that you have.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't do that.
Oh, okay.
But you want the downloads, not just the check
Oh,
sheet.
so just download the blueprints.
Yep.
Now.
Okay.
Yep. The checklist is an additional thing that you could download if you want to.
Okay.
Um, I'm sorry if this is boring you guys who are so far ahead of us, but sometimes it's nice to have it reviewed.
All right.
You're on mute, Judy.
I always learn something, Lindsay.
Oh, good. I'm glad, Barb.
And I will have to leave at 7, but I'll come back.
Oh, okay. Hopefully we're still here.
Yeah, if you are. Okay.
Lindsay, how
I'm
can
doing.
you tell the double page spreads?
They have an L in it, so they have the page, the number of they have the size, They have, let me go to that because I will tell you the wrong thing probably. Okay, so the double page spreads have P2P underscore whatever size it is, 12 or 11. And then it'll have another underscore. It'll have the number of pictures that are on that page, and then another underscore, the title of the blueprint underscore, and then it'll either have an L or an R.
Okay.
So one is the left-hand side and one is the right-hand side. And then at the end, it tells you which Pixie is the one that created it. So it could be KM for Kim Menino or TB for Tamika Bond, that kind of thing. So that's how you tell what are the double page spreads, is if they have an L near the end or an R near the end of the title. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. How are you doing there, Miss Anderson?
Maybe okay. So I've got them all here, and are we saving them or?
Yes, so did you create a folder for blueprints in
No,
on the left-hand side in your downloads?
no. Okay.
So once you create an album for blueprints or a folder for blueprints, you can just click on all of them and drag them all over into that
Oh,
folder.
okay. Okay.
If
I
you're
got it.
like me and you want the 12-inch ones separate from the 11s or the seamless lay flats or the double page spreads, then you're going to create other. So underneath, let's back up a second. Underneath your P2P blueprint folder that you've just created,
Mm-hmm.
you could make a nested folder within that that says 12-inch blueprints or BPs, 11-inch BPs, SLF for seamless lay flat BPs, and double page spread or DPS BPs.
Okay.
So then you can click and drag just this seamless lay flat, the 3 seamless lay flat blueprints over to the seamless lay flat folder.
Okay.
And click on the left and the right sides of the double page spreads and drag them over at some point. You don't have to do it tonight, but it's another organizational thing that I don't want to search through all of my 12-inch blueprints or all of my blueprints to find seamless lay flat blueprints if I'm working on a seamless lay flat book. And
Yeah.
those blueprints are a different size from everything else. And so it's just my way of keeping track of what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Okay. So are you close?
Okay, I got them. I got them. Yep.
Yay, good. All right. All right, so we've got that. Okay, I gotta move you guys out of the way again. Okay, so now we're getting ready to upload a template or what we call blueprints. There's a difference between a template and a blueprint. Blueprints are trademarked by Pixels to Pages. Nobody else can call their templates blueprints. because that's part of Pixels to Pages. If you belong to a different, if you belong to a different group, which there are a bunch out there, and you can buy things from other designers, those would be templates. And you can upload those templates into Artisan, and they generally will work fine. But like I say, there's a difference between blueprints and templates. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure why they put template up here just to confuse people. But but anyway, so if you click on templates and you go to using a page file from my computer, which is the second one down, if you click on that, then you have all of the blueprints that you have put into your computer at this point. Does everybody see that?
Yes.
No?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You're with me, Barb?
Yep.
Okay. I've got two Barbs, Barbara and
Oh.
Barbara and Barbara.
There you go.
Anyway, so if we go in, okay, so it gets a little bit more confusing when you start looking at a lot of months worth of blueprints, but generally speaking, you can go to date modified and it will come up with the ones that we've uploaded for this month. And you can find them at the top of the pile. So, except I need to find my February ones because they're not coming up. They're not coming up at the top of the pile for me today. Well, all right. All right, date modified. Well, I know that I uploaded them. So let me go back a second here and go to my downloads and
If you do it again, yeah, you can find out where you put it.
yeah. Yeah, well, I know. I mean, it's right there where it's supposed to be, but I don't know.
Why you don't see it?
I didn't see it. And so I'll just put the three single page ones in my 12-inch blueprints. Huh. All right. Well, maybe I didn't upload them or didn't move them over. Okay. Because I thought I was going to be smart and I did the add page this month to my productivity challenge. So I guess I didn't do the other things. All right, 12-inch blueprints. Yesterday. Okay. So are you guys seeing my screen where it says select a template page or not?
No.
No? Okay. All
Um,
right. So, all right. So at the top of your page, you should have Athens as your first blueprint, right? If we're going to move it over to our artisan.
Yep.
All right, everybody with me? Linda, are you with me?
Say that again, please, at the top of
Okay,
the
so
page.
so you're in your blueprint folder that you just made, or that you have that's at some point you made.
Okay, yeah.
If you click on the date modified, you should be able to say yesterday for uploading or today for uploading your blueprints. Are you leaving us, Joy? I guess Joy's leaving. Yeah.
So
Okay,
I
so
go to template, but all I get is use a template page from an art kit.
you don't have you don't and when you do that on template, you don't get the option to go to your computer.
Oh, use a page from my computer.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I say that.
Yep.
And then, all right, I see what you're saying.
Okay, so now I don't know if you have other blueprints in your um in your folder or not.
No, but I just loaded one that
Okay.
it said it's not
Okay.
compatible, but I don't care. I'm gonna do it anyway and see.
All right.
All
So
right, got
we're
it.
gonna click on one of those that we've uploaded. Okay.
Okay.
And then at the bottom of the page of that screen, you're going to go to open. Okay. Looks like did Judy leave now too? Yeah. Okay. You're going to go to open and then, all right, what am I doing here? I clicked on the wrong thing. And now it's gone. All right, hold on just a second. Let me get back to where I need to be. All right, stop it. All right, so okay, there we go. There it is. You're going to click open, and then it's magically going to appear on your page in a few minutes. Maybe not a few minutes, but it'll be shortly. It'll come onto your page.
Oh, I think it won't let me because it's not compatible. I
You picked an 11-inch one instead of a
yes,
12-inch one. Yep,
yeah, I did.
yep.
I
So,
got that.
okay. I'm just taking attendance here.
So can I change the size of the book that I want?
You'd have to start at the very beginning.
Okay, that's all
So,
right. But I think I
so
understand now where we are, so I can
okay.
do that.
So eventually mine hasn't shown up on my page yet either. So don't get too ruffled if it takes a little bit for it to come in.
Okay.
It could be just Zoom as being
Could
slow.
be. I think I'm just going to take really good notes and then just do this instead of
Okay.
trying to keep up. I feel like I'm missing stuff because I'm trying to
Yep.
keep up. So if that's okay.
That's fine with me, and you and I can talk at another point too.
Yeah.
Um, so where are you in the process,
Well, the
Barb?
last thing I did was saved all those
Okay, so you saved
blueprints.
all the
Yeah.
blueprints. Okay.
So, but every time I do something like that, I miss what you guys are talking about. So I just want to take notes and
Yeah. Okay, so from where you are, you're going to go up to template
yeah.
on the top row, and you're going to click on that. And then you're going to go to use a page from my computer.
Yep. Okay.
So then that'll take you to your downloads area, and you'll be able to go to the folder. It'll help you, it'll go to your folder for blueprints, and you'll pick one of the size of the page that you're working on. So if you're working on a 12 by 12 book, you're going to pick a 12, one that has the number 12 near the front of the naming convention.
Okay.
Okay. And then, like I say, then you'll click OK once you pick that and identify that one that you want to upload, and then click OK.
Okay. Okay. I've got that.
All right. So Linda got her page in.
I did. Oh boy. And it looks,
Yay.
yeah,
Good for you.
cool.
Okay. So basically that's where we are. If you want, so then on your right above your page to the right hand side, you'll see the little CD, the save icon. So
Mhm.
you're going to want to save this for now.
What do
And
you
then
save it at?
it's that little
Oh,
square.
I saw that, but it didn't give me a chance to name it. It just saved it.
No, you just save it.
Okay.
It's just, you're saving what's on that page.
Okay.
Okay. That little arrow that goes to the right, if you click on that, it takes you to another clear page, plain page.
Okay.
And then to put a blueprint in on this page, we're going to go to template again. And this time we're going to try to see if we have any template pages from an art kit. And you might not, depending on what art you have in your pile. And it takes a moment for it to come up.
Mine says there are none.
There are none. Okay. Okay. So they don't always have them in them, but there are some kits that do. So can you see my
Mhm.
page with the template on it?
Yep.
So I have a bunch that have pages in them. So if I want to look at some of these that are fun, and I might want to do a page that looks like what's loading. If I
Ah,
want to do this, it gives me different options of things that I can do. So I can, if I want to make this my choice, I have to say change template.
okay.
Okay. It doesn't say upload and that kind of thing. It is a little confusing with change template because normally you would think, oh, I want to change what I'm looking at, or I want to go to a different kit if I say change template.
So you
But
can just do it for that one page. You can change the template.
it adds it to the blank page that you're on.
Yes. Okay. Got it.
Okay. So and if I add it to my page, and then if I do want to change the template because I don't like the way it turned out, and I want to come back and try something else, then that would be the same thing, change template, but it would be, well, that's bizarre. Oh,
Hmm.
okay, that must be for a seamless lay flat.
Hmm.
Mhm.
But so obviously I probably won't want to use this one. So I'll have to come back up here to template, go to an art kit, and then it would be, then in that case, it would be changing this one that's here to something else. But it is, I think it's a little confusing to say change template. So if I change it to something like this, life is really giving us an opportunity to slow down, isn't it? So, okay, so now I'm going to change what I already have on the page. I'm going to change it to this one. An artistic license, Sea Trout Scraps, has some really interesting templates. These are not blueprints. These are templates. And so she has some really interesting ones that I really like. But so this is one from an art kit. Okay. So the next thing to work on is bringing photos into your project.
Okay.
So if we go back to the first page, how many photo spots do you have?
Well, it looks like 4.
4, right. If you're using the same one that I'm using.
Yes.
Okay. So when you go to get photos over here on the content side, the photo side, you get photos. Under the photos, get photos. And if you have photos in your computer that you want to use, you can certainly go to from my computer. I have most of my photos in forever. So I'm going to browse forever. And I can look at everything that I have in my library. I can, if I have taken the time to create albums, I could go to a specific album, or I could go to one of my tags. I could say, I only want to see the pictures of Beth Gibson Lilia if I have her in here. And I can type it in here. Oops. That doesn't look like I have any. But if I were to, let's say I would take some from my dad. And well, those are videos, so those won't work. There's a couple of pictures of my dad's army days. And then there are some more pictures of my dad. So if I want to do a page about my dad, because by the way, we do a group on Friday afternoons at 4:30 called My Past, Your Future, where we are answering the questions that we wish we had asked our parents and grandparents when they were still living, because our kids and grandkids are going to say, I wish I had asked mom or grandma about this. And so we're trying to be preemptive and say, answer the questions like, who gave you your name and why did they name you that? Was there a reason why? And or where did you live when you were born? Those kinds of things. Or even things like, who did you vote for? Did you typically vote Republican or Democrat? Or what kind of organizations did you belong to when you were in high school? Those kinds of things I know I didn't ask my grandparents those things. Of course, they didn't go to high school, but my grandfather only had a third grade education, but um, my mother's parents did go through high school and some college. And so, but I never asked them um, because I didn't know to. So that's what we're doing on Friday afternoons at 4:30. If you want to come join us and start telling your story and use your pictures. So let's say I'm going to do a page about my dad. I haven't done any pages about my dad, right? My dad passed away almost 2 years ago, and I have a blue million pages of my dad for his service. But let's just take a few pictures. I've got 4 photo holders, so I'm going to take 4 pictures, and I click on them, and then I say import, and they come right here into my photo section. And now I can take those and I can click and drag them into my photo spots however I want to. Okay, so that's how you upload photos. Now with this is all photos. If I click here and say photos not used, there shouldn't be any because I just used all 4 of them.
Okay.
And that's one of the reasons that I don't start out my project with a lot of photos at the very beginning, because I, I I would get confused about all the things that I have. So I could have uploaded 700 pictures of my dad, but I'm never going to use all of them, chances are, in this project. So there's no sense in uploading way more photos than I think I'm going to use. So then you have photos already used, which are the ones right here. And you have photos on this page, which are the 4 here. So it just allows you to see what you've used and what you haven't used. One of the other things about blueprints like this one is typically when you are on view up here at the very top, these are the different ribbons that you have to be able to create things. On view, you can do all. So when you say all, that means you're going to see all of this stuff all the way around the page. So the stuff that's in red, at least in the beginning, is really kind of important information for you to know. It tells you about the shadowing of the photos. It tells you about the photo frames. It tells you that there may be more than one photo frame added to these. So it gives you information about how the page was created. And then one of the things that they encourage us to do is to share our completed pages with one of the Facebook groups. And I usually share mine in the Forever Pixels to Pages community Facebook group. And if people have a suggestion, or you can say, what do you think about these colors? Should I change them, or have I made mistakes in the text? People are always very complimentary and very careful to say, I think maybe you mistyped something in your text. You might want to change it. So the groups are very supportive. And but when you do that, when you upload a page to the community page, they want you to tell what you used, because the only things that can go on those pages, the Facebook pages for Forever Pixels to Pages or Forever Artisan, that kind of thing, are kits that you have purchased through the Forever store.
Hmm.
So if you are a person who likes to go out and become a member of another designer's things, and that's great, you just can't submit a page on their Facebook pages with other designers' stuff. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So they give you this so that you can keep track of what blueprint you're using. So this is the Athens blueprint. It was created by Mary Browder, and it was released this month. And then this is the hashtag that everybody uses for this blueprint. And in order to be able to write on this page, you kind of have to get rid of the back. It's a grouped thing, so you have to get rid of the back of it, but we can go into that later too. So then you can put in what kits you use and what font you might choose to use. You could also set this up under view to do spreads. So if you are doing a 2-page spread, like those 3 blueprints that you got that say left and right, you want to put the left page on the left side of the spread and the right-hand side on the right. So having your, I usually do 2 bound pages. So if I go in, and this isn't going to give me 2 bound pages because I've only got one. This is page number 1, but over here is going to be the blank page for the beginning of the book. And then this is the first page that I'm going to be using. But it gives you the opportunity to pull in the left-hand side blueprint and the right-hand side blueprint so you can see them together. Okay. And then you just you can decide to do your text box now, or you can wait until you put the other colors and things on that you might want to do. And that's where your content comes in. So if you click on content, you guys should have a whole list of some of your kits that you have available to use.
I have nothing.
You haven't uploaded all of your kits yet?
No, I didn't know.
Okay. All right. Well, but you have, right, Barb? You've uploaded kits?
I thought I did. Let me look. Let me
You
see if
just
I can
got
figure
6.
that out. What?
You just got 6, right? I mean, Artisan 6.
Yes.
So you might have some new kits that you can upload.
Let's see.
Where do I get the kits that I can upload?
Good question. I have to think about that because I haven't done a new upload. I mean, I do uploads all the time, but I don't know
Yeah,
exactly
starting at ground zero.
where they are from ground zero anymore. Let's see here.
I don't know. I don't remember where
Oh.
that thing was that said kits.
Oh, there's built-in, I just clicked on something. There's
Yeah.
built-in kits, commercial kits, font kits.
Yeah.
Where did you find that?
There's a little blue arrow right underneath where it says papers. There's pages, photos, and then I clicked on content.
Yep.
there's a little blue arrow and it says kit name. And I clicked on the kit name.
Like which one of these softwares is that in? I'm very confused about all the different
It's-
software.
I'm in
It's-
Artisan 6.
Okay.
And
See
I've got a
where
blank page up.
you see where mine is, Barb?
Let me look. I've got mine over yours now.
It
This is challenging for me.
is, I
I
know.
know where you are. You're right
Okay, so,
here. There you are. Yep.
okay.
Oh, you're an Artisan 6.
Yep.
Learning Artisan 6.
Yep.
Okay, so I need to find that. Oh, this is it. It came right up to it. Yikes.
Right,
Okay.
get out of here.
I'm so excited by this. I do have some basic effects, basic strokes, common corn. I do have some.
Okay, so you definitely, I mean, right now, if you haven't purchased any kits, you have built-in kits. Okay,
Yeah.
and I wonder, oh, I know why. Well, oh,
And how do they come in? I mean,
yeah, I know.
built-in kits.
Okay, let me think for a second here. Under content. Okay, so if you go back to the welcome page, which is just the next one over probably from your learning artisan on that
Oh, I gotta
one
get rid
Oh,
of
yeah.
this.
where you have your project.
Yep.
You go to welcome.
Oh, I'm so excited. I lost this page like a half an hour ago. I couldn't figure out where it was.
Well, now I can't get rid of this kit here. This page.
So are you still on learning artisan, Linda?
No, I've got these library and my categories and it says the pre-selected kit or kits do not contain any paper content. Well, now I'd like to get out of this page here.
Okay, so just click on that little arrow
Okay,
again. So
got it.
now go to welcome. So you've
Where
got
was
your
welcome?
welcome and learning artisan album. You've got the welcome on the very left-hand side of right above your page, underneath the
Oh,
ribbon.
yes. Yep.
Okay, so click on welcome,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're going to go to, I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. You're going to go to manage content.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you're going to go to this blue. Well, let's try it. You're going to go to the blue button that says import purchased items. We really probably should do get free art kits, but I'm not sure how they're talking about the kits that come with your artisan program, because there are several kits that come in the package of your Artisan 6.
Okay. And so what
So
I
if you
don't
click,
have
you don't
Should I
have,
import purchased items.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
try import purchased items and click on that. And what's supposed to happen is it's supposed to pull in the items that you've purchased along with the activation code so that you can use the kit. Otherwise, we would have to try to figure out which ones they are, and we'd have to, oh, I know how to do that. Never mind. We can do that once we decide if this is going to work or not.
Oh boy, this is going to take a while, I think.
Well, it shouldn't take too long, but it'll take a little bit, yeah.
Okay, good.
So hopefully this is what works. If not, we'll have to go to plan B.
Man, I wasn't used, I made one book out of this, but it was such a simple, basic book that I created the designs and everything for it.
Yep,
So now I'm using Artisan. This is totally different than what I thought.
yes,
This is
yes.
much,
Because you did a create and print the last time, right?
I did.
Out of the Forever um, website, right?
Yes.
Yes, Artisan is very different.
Hmm.
Um, so I won't say that they don't use Artisan to create the create and print templates, but you can't do all the things within that you can do with Artisan.
You're right.
So mine is still checking, but I have a few pages to go through. So, but if yours stops, let me know so that we can, there we go. All right. It says for me, it says I don't have anything to upload right now, which is probably true.
And I see it says get free art kits. Are those the free ones that are given like every Friday or something? Or
Yes, yes, yes. You can do that. You should be able to do that. I still think that there's a bug in this part of the process. Because it hasn't, because even when I've purchased things the same day and gone to upload it with purchased items, it
Mhm.
doesn't come up.
Huh.
So then I have to go to plan B. And for me, at this point in time, it's the way I did it my whole digital career. Plan B was always it. So it's not anything new, but I can teach you that right now if you want. Because yours is yours finished then? You have,
Yeah, I don't have very many.
so yours came in?
Well, I have 4 sitting here. What do you mean came in? Was I
Um,
supposed to tell it to do something?
no, if it came in under import purchased items, they should be there
Yeah,
for you to use.
yeah, I
But
have
I
4
don't,
things.
okay. And Linda, nothing has come in for you?
No, but
It's still
it's
thinking?
still, it's, the line is moving
Yep,
over. So
yeah,
Uh,
it's
yeah,
coming in, but it's not done yet.
yeah. Okay.
But anyway, go ahead and,
Well, okay, so if you are having problems with these 3 buttons up here, then what I do is I go to my Forever account. I go to my Forever page and I go to my orders. No, go to downloads. I think there should be a page for downloads there,
okay,
or a drop down box for downloads.
okay,
Um, let me get there. Okay, so under your person where your name is,
yeah,
and you click on that drop down area. If you go to near the bottom, it says downloads, and you click on downloads. Let's see okay. Then it gives you a list of all of the kits that either came with your purchase of A6 or that you have purchased from the store since you purchased A6. So then what I do is I download those with the green download button, and then they
hmm.
go into my download folder. And I don't get rid of this page because you're going to need the activation code also. So once you get everything downloaded into your downloads folder, you're going to go to that folder, or you're going to go to, sorry, you're going to go to import content on your Artisan screen.
Yeah.
That's going to take you to your download folder that you've just downloaded all those kits into.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to click on each one of those kits, and you're going to then go down to the bottom of the page and say, what does it say? Create, not create, but okay, or upload, whatever it says there for you to upload those into your Forever account.
Okay.
And they'll come in one at a time, and you'll have to click OK each time a new kit gets ready to upload into your account, into your into your Artisan program.
Mm-hmm.
The reason you don't get rid of this page that we started out with the downloads is because you have the activation codes. So then next to import content, it says activation codes. So then you're going to click on activation codes, and you're going to copy and paste, or you're going to go down to add a new activation code on that page. And you're going to copy and paste each of the activation codes that go with the kits that you just uploaded into your Artisan.
So each kit has its own activation code.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And your
Right.
activation code is different from my activation code
Okay,
for the
sure.
same kit. Okay. And so you click on that and you copy and paste them in, one code per line, and then you click OK, and then it matches up the activation codes with the kit, and then it becomes available for you to use in your program. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I
Yeah.
mean,
They'll
it's
download
a
them.
lot. It's a lot for the first couple of times that you do it, but for me, it's easier than going through that, waiting for the import purchased items, and just for it to tell me that it can't see anything, and I'm going, but I know I just bought it, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
then I have to come back and redo it anyway. So I many times don't even bother with that. The free art kits, you guys can go there, or you can go to the Forever page, with the digital art section, and go down to the filters and click on free for price, and get all of those kits there. There's a bunch, and just pick up all of those for nothing, and then you've at least got some things to play with.
Yeah.
So that could be something that you guys can do this week.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss
Wow.
Tillman, are you with us? Barb, are you here still? Barb Tillman? Okay. She might be getting a drink or going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So, have I completely lost you guys?
Well, I think I'm at my maximum overload right here.
Yeah, yeah,
I might be as well.
yeah. I hear you. I hear you. So, oh, that's right. Barb said she was going to have to go someplace and then was going to come back at 8,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
if we were still here. So I guess I can hang around until she comes back. But yeah, if you guys, play with it, look at the getting started guide, use
Yeah.
that to look at the videos that they have in there, the hyperlinks, and listen to what Tamika says about whatever it is that she's talking about, and just do the first couple 3 lessons. I don't even know how far we've gone in her in the getting. We've probably gone further than we should have in this, but it's hard to know how far to go with things.
Yeah.
All right, so we've talked about, there's a bunch of put to practice sections in the training checklist. So we've talked about the welcome screen. We've talked a bit about the project screen.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've put in some pre-designed pages, but we haven't created the whole page yet. You saw, so we created a project using, we're creating the book. We've talked about how to add photos to your project. We haven't really talked about journaling on your first page, but I think you guys can figure that one out.
Yeah.
And then the next piece, number 6, is create a page or two and pull in some of the other blueprints and play with those. And then we can look at them and you can write down questions that you have for next week.
Okay.
Next week, we'll start with number 7. Oops. We'll start with number 7 and talk about, we talked about downloading blueprints and such. We unzipped them. That's just bizarre. That doesn't make any sense what they're doing. Okay. We can talk about saving your layouts, saving your pages in a shareable format. So we can talk about how to save each page. So I would suggest that you guys go ahead and make sure you've saved what you've done so far in your Learning Artisan album so that you can start from there when you're ready to add pictures and stuff. And so we're going to talk about that. Review your print, talk about the print guide. Okay. We can go shopping for a new kit next time. So we've done some things. But if you guys are, if you're wondering for sure, so I want, if you're wondering about uploading other blueprints to your pages, we can do that. We did unzipping your blueprints. We did that, filling your blueprint. Okay. So we could start next week with your questions first. And then we'll start with lesson number 8 in your checklist, the training checklist, which is starting with a blank page and do a bright idea or two and see how that works and how to use the Pixels to Pages website page within Forever to be able to find different techniques to try.
Yep.
And that kind of thing. So do me a favor, and I think I have all of your email addresses. But but I need email addresses, so just in case something bizarre happens in March while I'm going to Florida,
Yeah.
I can let you know. And then just if you have questions, you can send me an email and I can try to answer them, or you can write them down for next week and we can go over those first and see. But please let me know if you have problems with finding the kits that are supposed to be included um, in your purchase of Artisan. Let me know if you're having problems with anything that we've done so far. I know we've done a lot of things so far, and I really don't want to overwhelm you guys. So,
Good.
but I want to make sure you get your money's worth too.
Oh, Linda, you're so funny. Yes. My goodness. Yeah, I feel a little overwhelmed, but that might just be because I'm not feeling real good right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Summer.
So,
But I'm so glad I attended because I would be so lost next time. Even
well,
watching.
and that would be something that we could set aside a time to go over things. And I'm glad that I'm recording it so that if you want to look at it and try to follow
Yes.
along with my first screen, then that is something that you could maybe do. So, and
Yeah.
so
That might be a
and
good idea. Go ahead.
you
Sorry.
so you want me to go ahead and send you the email or the recording after it gets converted?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, I can do that.
Yep.
Do you want me to put of course, you might have my email address, Lindy.
I
I
have
sent you.
yours,
Yep. Okay.
Linda.Lidala.
Yep.
Yep, yep. And I have Barb's, and I have Barb Tillman's,
Okay, good.
and I have Deb Collings and Ann Matusak, and I have Kim Hills. I don't have, of course, Kim Hill is my daughter. I don't have Joy Russo's. I have Judy Hoggett's, and I don't have Karen Bussing's and Mona Woodard's. Um, so there were a few people who weren't able to make it tonight. So,
Mhm.
but yeah. So I think I hope you guys will learn a lot with this, and
Think we will.
I
good,
do too.
good. Well, I'm really glad that everybody is here. That's really fun. It's better than me talking to myself.
Oh, well,
So,
thank you so much,
yep,
Lindsay. This
yep.
is
You're
great.
welcome. You're
Yeah, thank
welcome.
you.
Don't forget that we have My Past Your Future on Friday,
Yeah, I'll be
okay.
there.
And Beth is doing February. We'll see
All
what
right.
kind of questions she comes up with.
Okay.
And yeah, and Barb, if you're interested in doing My Past Your Future with us, I mean, even if forget about pictures,
Yeah.
just
Mhm.
get the questions so that you can answer the questions on a piece of paper, or bullet points or whatever, and at least start writing your story.
Yeah.
You don't
That'd be
have to
great. Send
have.
me the pictures. Yeah. Send me the information on that. I'm still working at Twin Oaks, but it might be late enough. It might be early, like late enough in the day that I could do it. So
Yep. It's right now it's been close to an hour that we've been doing it, 45 minutes to an hour. Some weeks it's only 30 minutes in time that we
okay.
do it, but I will send you Beth's, because you have to register for the free class through Beth Gibson Lilya's website. So I'll send you her link to her website, and you can find it in there and
Yeah.
just sign up. So
Yeah. And is that on
perfect.
Zoom too?
Yep,
Mhm.
yep,
Okay.
yep. As we
Oh,
have,
that's
well,
nice. That's more flexible.
Judy comes from Texas, and then we have Laura, Laura Cottrell, I'm not sure. She may be Texas also, and um, we have somebody who comes every now and then from Canada, and so we have people who come from all over
Oh,
to
fun.
do that with us. So yeah,
That's fun. That makes it very flexible when it's on Zoom.
yes, and Beth and I always record the event that training also. And if you're part of the My Past Your Future group, then you get the email that says, here are the questions and here's the discussion that we had about those questions and that kind of thing. So you get all of that to listen to at some point.
Oh,
But it also gives you the opportunity to go back into January and see what the questions were for January. Even if you start now in February, you can go back into January and catch up there too.
nice.
So yeah, ask these questions of your mom, Barb.
Yeah, I should. Yeah.
And
Well, I still can, right?
that's right. That's right. Because your mom is probably younger than mine
Just a
yet, but
smidge, 91, just turned 91. So
wow. So not too terribly much
yeah,
younger
just a
than
little
my
bit
mom.
behind. Yeah,
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
that's
So
great. Yeah.
so I'll stop sharing here. I guess I can that way you guys can see me too.
Yeah. You're yeah, you're
So
not a thumbnail anymore.
oh good. Okay, so anyway, that's what we'll do. I'll send out the recording and you guys, as you're going through things, as you're going through the getting started guide, if you ask questions, mark down things that you don't understand,
Yep.
and
right.
we'll start next week again.
I am
All
going to
right.
try my hardest to be up to speed by next week.
Well, even if you're not, we can slow down a little bit. So for those, because there are other people who are in your same spot. So,
Okay.
you know,
This is a
but
very robust program. I had no idea
yeah,
how
Yeah.
yeah,
much was involved in it. Wow.
Great.
and
So,
that's why being part of Pixels to Pages is, I think, so important because if you aren't, then, well, you're gonna have pages with pictures and text on them, but they're maybe not going to be very pleasing to look at. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that they wouldn't be, but
mhm.
Yeah.
it's more fun to make them pretty
Yeah.
and that kind of
Yeah,
thing. So,
Yeah.
but so yeah,
All
that's
right.
great.
yeah.
Well, my
All
computer's
right.
still downloading here. So,
I know mine is too. Is that unusual? No.
I think it's a glitch in the
Oh,
whole system, really. So
okay.
because like I say, I don't use it because it sits there and twirls around and doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So you're still trying to download kits?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I would close out Artisan and then go into your go into your downloads, download all the programs that you have in there,
Ooh,
and then upload them into Artisan and then do the activation code so that you can open them and play
Oh,
with them.
okay. Okay.
So,
All right.
okay.
all right.
So, and if you need more instruction on how to do that, then I'm happy to take a few minutes and go over that with you guys. So,
Thanks, Lindsay.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep, you're welcome. Thanks, guys, for coming. I
Yeah.
really appreciate you, and
Hmm.
I hope you feel better, Linda.
Me
And
too. Yeah.
yeah, and we will see everybody next week.
All
Okay.
right.
Good night,
Thank
All
everyone.
you.
right. Yep.
Night.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye. You guys have to exit because I'm waiting for Barb to come back.
Oh, I see where it is. Okay. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Linda, you didn't have to stay there just for me.
I didn't want you to come back and have it all black. So,
Oh, that would have been fine. I've done that with other meetings. The problem is my husband makes dinner.
oh,
It's
sure.
served at 7 every night. So I miss
Oh,
tons of meetings because there's no flexibility in the situation. And
yeah.
so anyway,